this letter is not true.
Media miss our now we a big deal.
Counsellor Lutterodt say a letter if we the camp of a Apostle Solomon Oduro or sit to on the letter no enyaro on Jin the cross a letter no aero now letter no a fake. When I Counsellor Lutterodt a can identify or say or Jin the say letter no and I say on Jin the say aero and say or say as Savior is no any assorted members as and I say it's not for the church. But a sema a okununi or yere asem. Inti identity was say a sorry no a press release but say a year Apostle Solomon Oduro any Nigeria a year Reverend Charlotte Oduro a divorce.
What you read or what is circulating, is it authentic?
It should be. Because
I don't believe what is going on. This letter is not true.
Why don't you believe what is going on?
This letter is not true. And especially with the way the content is. Not just say the software person my TRC and say letter no true their brain as who for what based on what.
I shall explain here to prevent misinformation.
Misinformation where not just say letter ni mu no just say ingrofo nim dada until otra my age den. Press release for what?
Okay.
No, for what? I mean, I want to stay calm, sensibly calm, because I don't believe the letter you are reading. The letter you are reading is not true.
Let's take it one by one.
The letterhead.
Apostle, Mefriho. Solomon Oduro Ministries, SOM.
Now, do you know that Apostle Solomon Oduro has a church?
No, I don't know.
Good. He has a church. Unfortunately, I've forgotten the name. It's on the way to Pokwasi, the new interchange.
You were telling us why you don't believe.
So I am saying, per the letterhead of what this is not from him.
Does he have a
ministry? And whoever signs the letter.
Does he have a ministry called Solomon Oduro Ministry?
Who signed the letter?
It was signed by the office. Normally, some press release is not a person signed, issued by.
And this thing we are discussing is not a church problem. It's the problem of the minister and the wife. So why should the office write a letter to us? It's the disrespect to us who are reading. If really this letter is coming from him.
Okay, so Mibo, you said one, you think the letter is not true.
It's not true.
And your main point is that point one, it wasn't signed as a personal letter.
Yes.
But it was signed by Solomon Oduro Ministries. That is why you think it is not true.
And I think it's disrespect. If so, be it.
Disrespect to who?
To us, because the content of the letter should not be from the ministry.
Okay. Because and can say Solomon Oduro as a private individual na etro letter no, but the office, the outfit, the ministry natural letter no. Is that why you are saying you do not believe the letter, or you have other reasons?
I don't believe the letter. I think somebody has concocted a letter and trying to do what they want to do. Mischief.
You've made that point already.
So me believe the letter.
Relax. The direct question is, you do not believe the letter because every the office and not he as an individual. And no pay, or you have other
one. Number two. And now say or see wakakoye divorce in poor. It means our lawyers say advice no. There's no trained lawyer.
Is it not acceptable in law?
No.
Say my divorce here,
no.
Or see or a public figure. Na pese bimunka de omunim into the krata babo until now treat we said it's not accepted in law.
Me but in law what catch or say ma go through divorce. I'm a divorce certificate now.
You are
hold
on. You're asking me another question.
In law.
I asked you which part of the law says that beman to mean krata non treat we say na ekoso.
But the woman say you call for annulment of marriage. Na ye grant ya they decline alimony woman ye child custody woman ye ye certificate of divorce. I'm talking about a civil marriage, not traditional marriage. And this divorce certificate na ye me into understanding, especially if you are in the public space. on how to address the public. It's not one man show. It's not one man show. And the content of what you read have never stated someone divorcing.
Lutterodt, you take him through the pain of reading the letter again.
No, it's not so. No, you are taking it one after the other, and there's nothing in the letter that shows say they've gone through divorce. The letter says they have been in separation. Yes or no? And when did the man celebrate his birthday? On the last birthday the man celebrated, Charlotte was there. As what? When was the last time the man had sexual intercourse with Charlotte? How old is their last born or the current child? I get what I'm coming from.
Counsellor.
Because under the cap 127, Charlie. Okay.
The marriage was dissolved according to this letter. Unless you know something that we do not know.
Well, you know,
The couple has been separated for the past 3 years.
good.
And after further reflection and guidance, they officially dissolved their marriage traditionally last year.
Okay.
Despite multiple efforts at settlement, irreconcilable differences have necessitated this move. So the
can I
marriage
come in?
talks. So the statement talks about dissolve,
Thank you.
dissolution of marriage.
Thank you.
And then you are introducing divorce.
Thank you. So you can only have a divorce because you are civilly married. If there's in the three
Relax.
types,
You see, don't introduce divorce. The word divorce.
Yes.
Then start to educate us on the laws of divorce. Papa no otro krata no. Or see, they've dissolved their marriage.
so I'm telling
They've
him
been
that.
separated for the past years.
Yes.
So your second statement is not say, I don't believe it because if I follow his voice, my
You are quite proud.
Sabachi.
You are quite proud. You only do.
You know,
so.
if you are basing it on legality,
Yes.
rudiment of divorce,
Yes.
does it apply here?
No. If that's what I'm saying that.
Then I cancel your second point.
No, don't cancel it. Let me explain.
We
That's
are
what-
not talking legal divorce here.
So and no,
So you
but
can't say because
so-
it didn't follow the rudiment of legal divorce, you don't believe it.
what is the
It
name
doesn't
of
exist.
Charlotte? You asked a very brilliant
Yes,
question.
I asked.
You said is
said
the
if-
father's name Oduro?
Meaning,
So Oduro is not Charlotte's father's name. It's the husband's name. Which signifies that she has moved from MSS to MRS through gazettation.
obviously.
And
Unless it's also called an Oduro by birth. Unless.
She's
which
not.
I don't know.
She's not.
Do you know what her father's name
she's
is?
not.
Okay.
But not by her permission. I can't mention her maiden
course.
name.
I mean,
here.
you
But-
are closer.
So I'm saying that if this letter
12 about saying.
I told you because listen, Halifax. Now me tell baby o time aso de betie me. Awade me nsa na e wo krum a. You work the customary marriage.
So cut it also
The-
your traditional marriage, you know.
Charlie, if you go, then I'm going to explain it to you. Like I said. So the first thing is that immediately you go and do what you call traditional marriage under the law. The law says if you want to do a civil marriage, you don't need to do traditional marriage.
The
That's the
law
law.
doesn't also prevent you from doing both.
No. The law doesn't recognize both. That is why it's illegal for any man of God in any church to ask, has he performed all legal rights? It is an illegal statement. The law is that once you go and decide to do civil marriage, whatever you do immediately, because the law says you can't marry twice in this country if you want to do civil marriage. So immediately you go and do civil marriage, you have annulled and dissolved the traditional marriage. So you can never tell me say awadi amako court akoware no say me jaya me dia peteshini kola not e dissolve. What do you mean by that?
12 about ho.
So this letter
one onji letter no ndi because the ononim for the fact say the woman is called Mrs. Charlotte Oduro no. It's a Mrs. Bebe Mpa dia, then it is marriage by ordinance.
yes.
Now say marriage by ordinance
Yeah, first
you
petition
can
is only-
only separate it in the court of law. In this here we've gone to annul the traditional marriage. We agree. You've annulled the traditional marriage, but you've signed under ordinance until we have a marriage divorce certificate.
You are still
which
married.
means that,
Charlotte is
all.
still Mrs. Charlotte
It was,
Oduro.
see, in the absence of this ingredients on Jikrata Windy. Na sempa so one mutual krata we dia. In his own words, bon queen money.
Whoever advised you.
I start tegum.
Yes.
Inti
Cabbage
omunti lesson no.
Inti in same way na Counsellor Lutterodt edi awabetu dwa eni de nti a ose onjini say press release a free Apostle Solomon Oduro honom no eni kweno no na MC Yaa Yeboah so aba abonten abekere na adwen Now only they say Reverend Charlotte Oduro jai or we jai. Now Saka say and one say Reverend Charlotte Oduro a divorce.
Me gifting na McYaa Yeboah Johnson amete hey. Maka say marriage you see it TV so na marriage na me jindi. I don't believe in that. Me find nye juma because onipa no ti won no ka che me say and now bats na warrior see o kunu ye say nya won abechem dia menye because wo no me nim dia wo wote ho. And I've said this on national television. I feel like obi biara sebio wo se wa kwa aware mu ana wo relationship mu wa jepeni a wo mu no, you should find a way to solve your problems. Ghana ma any Ghana mema ye na bi wo hono ma we are too quick bibia ni afa phone my friend me sofo na my report it my friend we na my report it. You just have to understand that these people are human beings just like you and they go through things like you. Me person me sympathize and I may empathize with Counsellor Charlotte and in ikunu. Send your counselor can't sing be a me depa or see divorce. Media me say aware na McYaa we ain't big deal. Them pie but me pompa me here sika me mo wie me kobo aware obi wa aware on pie. Oh, and I make canon. I sympathize with them. Me nyankopon mo mahoden they should go through this phase. What am I say? But brakwesi Counsellor Charlotte aware no me enye news mame. What divorce enye news enye big deal mame. However, Counsellor preaching bebreba or preaching here in Ghana for a china boso was how she was preaching to women to endure toxic marriages even when oh yes bebre na sisi na meet here bi wa ha say
toxic marriage
yes of course and na wokunu ye wo si atena si oba bra ho ase ye say I'm not saying that, you know, she's perfect. She forgot that everybody has a tipping point. Obiya what tipping point? One of the videos.
Because because
oh, Sanka aware no. Oh. Say there should be something that was not working. And that is the problem. So you telling people that and that's not see brown was semen jawu kulumobia. She forgot that marriage is not a one-way street. You can decide to say I will fight for my marriage, but if the other party doesn't want the marriage, it won't work. And so me person me try no say no brakwesi me person me try say Counsellor forgot that some of the things that she was saying was her ideologies. It was not necessarily facts that people should operate with in their lives.
Ntibusia say na semetie any impempen so ye Apostle Solomon Oduro any Reverend Charlotte Oduro a divorce in sensem akwakoju yeni gusu di asemrechi yete hwe ebusia ye fan kam ye tie for ni ahwe for da kai say aha Ghana TV o first time subscribe like it na fe share wa dwen e comment section ase by then it is what it is. Macra